Spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon, we went to reverse and just turned off.
Isn't it so nice? Wow, this place is so unique and so cool. Look at this rooftop.
Oh, we've convinced them to let me drive one of these tractor thingy, whatever it is. So we should pay double. He's going to show me how to drive. Okay.
Have fun.
Probably one of our new favourite beaches and places to visit. We will definitely be coming back here.
Being a nomad is not a vacation. It's freedom, but it's also discipline. It's an exchange of security for enhanced experiences. It's a way of life.
Sometimes I get crazy and everything seems hazy. Is there some place for safety I could go? Run away, run away, run away to your escape. Run away, run away, run away, you're never too far to run. Run away, run away, run away to your escape. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away.
Hey, back to our tuk-tuk. It was all here. Cost $7.50 to park it for 3 days, which isn't too bad, and they like kept an eye on it and everything. Now we're gonna race and see if we can make the 2 o'clock ferry. Let's see if the tuk-tuk starts. Oh,
Second go.
that was good.
So much mixed information about where the ferry goes from and how long it takes to drive there. So I did the safe bet and booked us a 4 o'clock ferry. It's only 11 now. I also had mixed information about what time the boat would bring us here. So I gave us heaps of buffer, and now I'm thinking we could probably just go and get on that 2 o'clock ferry.
Let's go try.
All we need to do is go to get cash out because there's no ATMs on the island, and most of the shops and restaurants only take cash, except the resort we're staying at includes breakfast and takes credit cards. So
Okay.
we don't need that much.
We could survive.
No, we need some cash.
Yeah.
This is too big.
Big.
Yeah.
Spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon, we went to reverse and just turned off.
ไปใช้ไหมซังវាអត់ចូលភ្លើងអត់ចូលអាប់ឡូ
Flashes, eh?
គាត់ไปใช้ไหมเนี่ยใช่ហើយ
It's weird that it turned on and then just shut off.
Yeah, it tells me it's like a loose connection or something. Alright, well that was a bit hectic. Our tuk-tuk started, then I tried to back it out and it shut off. And we couldn't get it going again. It seemed like maybe a loose electrical wire. The boat driver came and gave us a hand. He was really cool. And my guess is that that rough road we took made something come loose. And yeah, we could have taken it like just down the street to the mechanic. One of the guys offered to take us down there, and it probably would have cost like $5 to get it fixed. But there was really no need because that was our last trip with the tuk-tuk. They were just going to come here to the ferry port and pick it up anyway today. So it's only half an hour down the road. We just left it there and got a taxi here. We made it to the ferry port and we've got about an hour or so to the next boat which we're getting on. We got on an early one. Everything is shut, which is kind of weird. There's like a mini mart over here, there's a bar here, there's restaurants up there, but they're all closed, so I don't know what the deal is there. And Still haven't got any shoes. In case you missed it in the last video, I lost one of my Birkenstocks on the drive here, and I haven't worn shoes since. Alright, we made it to Koh Rong Samloem, but it's a bit confusing because like there's like 2 piers here and like no roads or anything, but all the resorts and hotels are along the beach. So you got to like figure out which pier to get off at, and then we got off on the second one, and there's a guy here, like it's kind of like a taxi boat service. He's just calling the resort that we're staying at to come and pick us up. He said to wait, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or whatever. So just having a beer at the pier here. It looks pretty awesome. It looks pretty beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing this hotel. Alright, we got on a boat.
We've had a bit of a day. Had a bit of a few days.
Yeah, it's interesting. They don't. There's not like too much direction or instruction or anything. You kind of just gotta like have faith that it'll work out.
And guess where to get off.
Guess where to get off. Guess how to get to your hotel. Guess how to get onto the boat and which boat to get onto. But once you do that, it's sweet.
Yeah, if you're just patient and you're not in a rush, everything's cool. And just have a beer while you're waiting.
Thùng bia nhung lại rồi tiếp bốc Adam chơi xử lý nó từng thơ. Đó.
I've been trying to breathe underwater. I've been trying to hide 'cause I'm scared. Confusing which is one from the other. 'Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. I've been trying to breathe underwater. I've been trying to hide 'cause I'm scared. Confusing which is one from the other. 'Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end.
Alright, we've just arrived at a resort. As we were pulling in, Lloyd's like, I was like, oh, I think I can see it. And Lloyd's like, oh, can you see the igloos? I was like, they're domes, they're not igloos, but I support the igloo thing, so we're probably going to be calling them igloos now that we're staying here. This resort's called Moonlight Resort. Oh, they're really cool looking.
It's an igloo.
It does look, it does sort of look like an igloo with windows. They've got really beautiful like arched windows and doors. They're pretty unique. The beach is beautiful. It's very quiet. Doesn't feel like many people are here. I'm excited to see what the room looks like.
This beach.
Isn't it so nice? It's beautiful. Igloos. Icon. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hello, sister. Thank you.
Hi, baby.
Hey.
So baby, and then so we check in here.
Okay.
It's more better.
Yes, thank you so much. So thoughtful.
And then please enjoy with your welcome drink first.
Thank
This one
you.
is pineapple juice, and two of these is orange juice.
Wonderful, thank you.
Sir.
Do you need a passport?
Wash your feet first. No sand allowed in this place.
It's Igloo.
No sand allowed in the igloo. Oh, this doesn't work.
Cool.
Does it? This doesn't work very good. It's just dribbles, but at least it gets the sand off.
No electricity, so it's probably no problem.
Oh, that's true. How long's the electricity shut off?
Sometimes.
Okay. I kind of vibe with that.
What,
I like
what
when
do you do with this?
I just let it dribble.
Can't go in yet.
We can't? My feet are... Did he say no?
No, you.
Oh.
And then see.
I thought he said no. I cleaned my feet.
Okay guys, before we give you this epic room tour, we just want to say a quick thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. When you're traveling like we are, a huge part of everyday life happens online. And that comes to editing content, booking accommodation, uploading videos, managing emails, you name it. And most of the time that all happens on public Wi-Fi, which means cafes, co-working spots, and hotels like this one. And although it is convenient, public Wi-Fi is one of the easiest ways for your data to be compromised. And that's why we've been using Surfshark VPN for over 4 years now. To be completely honest, we don't even go onto the internet without first turning our VPN on. A VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network, encrypts your internet connection and helps keep your passwords, logins, and personal information private, even when you're connected to unsecured networks like at a hotel. Another feature we love is that Surfshark lets us connect to servers in different countries, which means we can still access streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and HBO, no matter where we are in the world. So if you're traveling or working remotely like we are, or even if you're just using public Wi-Fi regularly, Surfshark VPN is an easy layer of protection. You can secure your privacy online by heading to surfshark.com/LloydandMandy. That's surfshark.com/LloydandMandy, or use the code LloydandMandy at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. All right, let's show you this incredible room.
Wow, this is so cool.
Cause I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
Wow, this place is so unique and so cool. Look at this rooftop. It's so cool in here, and I was kind of like skeptical that they'd actually have everything that we need in here, but they have a fridge, air con. They've even got like an extra little space back here. That's like a day bed type thing, which is awesome with Lila. If one of us is like sleeping here, we need more space. So good. There's so many windows. They're closed at the moment. I'm gonna open them up. Shower, space for snacks. After just being in Koh Tachiev, like this like feels massive. Athlon,
Hostel?
what's it called?
The barbecue one?
Barbecue.
Yeah, that one?
Thank you.
Mandy's so comfortable that she come to breakfast in her robe, and I almost joined her, but I just couldn't do it. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I will.
By day 3, I'll have him in his robe at breakfast. That's how relaxed I am.
Also, we're the only ones here. We're literally the only people staying at this hotel, so I would probably come to breakfast in my undies if I wanted.
No, Lila.
So we were actually told by a bunch of people, we asked heaps of people whether we should come to Koh Rong or Koh Rong Samloem, which, if you don't know, they're two islands right next to each other. And Koh Rong's bigger, there's a bit more infrastructure, and we were told by a lot of people there was like a lot more of like a party vibe. And just more like sort of stuff to do. But if you want to chill, come to Koh Rong Samloem. And a lot of people said Koh Rong Samloem, there's just like not really much of a vibe. But we found last night the vibe to be awesome. We stayed out. We went to this hostel called Wonders at about like 5 o'clock, around sort of sunset, just to have a beer and have some dinner. It was like chill music, lots of people there, lots of young people. Lila was running around playing soccer with people and volleyball, and she was loving it. And she ended up falling asleep there after dinner, and we stayed until like 9:30, 10 o'clock, which is late for us, because they had like this fire twirling show, and like they were doing like all these different games and stuff. We were just sitting there watching, but it was fun. And even further down, like they had a bunch of places with like barbecues and like reggae music, and like I don't know, I was expecting, from what other people were saying, a lot less, and I actually really like the vibe here. I think we made the right choice in coming here, especially with Lila. Like where we're staying, it's like probably a 10-minute walk from where sort of the more party sort of scene happens, so it's really quiet, but it's there, and we can like go and be around young people, which is cool. So I'm actually really happy with the choice we made in coming to Koh Rong Samloem. So thanks to Sam and Steph for the recommendation. This is the traditional Khmer pork breakfast. Actually, we're having it with chicken, but same thing. And it's got grilled chicken with rice and egg, and then like this broth soup, and you got like chili and pickled veg as well. Looks awesome. I'm having a bit of a hard time deciding what to do, because we've got pretty much 2 full days here, today and tomorrow, and then we leave on Friday, and we've got this whole beautiful resort to ourselves, literally. We got everything we need. We got day beds, 2 pools, we got the beachfront right there. Look at this view. Our room's really nice. We got Wi-Fi. We can order drinks from the bar and food. But then on the other hand, like, do we go and explore the island? Do we go for a walk to the other side of the island? I know there's some waterfalls to check out, and there's some other beaches. I don't know. Do we chill here, relax, and enjoy this? Or do I basically make Mandy come on an adventure with me, because that's what it'll be. I don't know what to do. I think for now we're going to relax.
Day 2. All it took was day 2. I thought it was going to take till day 3, but we got him in the robe for brekkie.
I didn't think I'd like it, but it's very comfortable. Sitting out here eating breakfast. Fucking
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to share a little bit about this accommodation after being here for a couple days now. Although it is extremely aesthetically pleasing, especially in the room, we have had a few issues being here. We're still having an incredible time, and I want to say that the food has been incredible. That being said, last night we got back from having dinner and a couple drinks, and there was no water, so we couldn't even like wash our feet off or anything after like walking back on the beach. We went into the back to try and see what was going on, if there was like a hose or just maybe they could turn the water on for us, and we couldn't find anybody. There was no staff around to help us or anything, so we did our best to get all the sand off of us, but we weren't able to have like a shower or anything before going to bed, so that was like a bit frustrating. And even when we woke up this morning, there was still no water, so we just like jumped straight in the ocean. It's fine. Yeah, just like little things like that. The water has been an issue, and then also the power has been going out every day for a few hours, like in the middle of the day, which is fine because we just like we've just been going out anyway. But I want to be honest, and yeah, if you are coming here, it is very aesthetically pleasing, great for photos, and like I like choosing accommodation that's a little bit unique. Obviously it's more eye-catching and like more visually appealing for videos and things, but yeah, there are a few flaws, I guess you could say, and I just want to be honest with you guys about what our experience has been like. That being said, this could just be an island thing, you know, like we're on an island. You can't expect everything to be the same as like with the infrastructure as like a city.
There's this one little monkey here who has gotten near Lila a couple of times. I don't trust him, I don't know what his plan is, but Lila's just sort of walking around the area. We've got our eye on her, and twice now we've seen him sort of start to get a little bit too close. What's your deal, buddy? Huh? Right, we've convinced them to let me drive one of these tractor thingy, whatever it is. So we just paid double. He's going to show me how to drive.
Sick. Have fun!
Get your own chair.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was fun. I've realised like anyone will let you drive anything around here, just pay a bit extra.
Yeah. So they wanted us to pay $5 for the ride.
Which was expensive. Like,
Yeah, it was $2.
$2. I ended up paying $10 just because I really wanted to see what it was like driving one of those things. And very easy to drive, very cruisy. You don't have to like keep your foot on an accelerator or your hand on an accelerator or anything. You just cruise. Alright, so where we are in Koh Rong Samloem is pretty much like the centre of the island. It's called Saracen Bay. So if you are booking accommodation to come here, make sure it's in Saracen Bay so that you can access all of this. So this is like a big strip of like hostels, restaurants, hotels, resorts. There's just a lot of options, and there's like barbecues going on every night, and like fire shows, and it just feels like this is the part of the island where there's actually something happening. There's a little mini mart there. We were actually worried when we got here that there wasn't going to be any mini mart. That's what people kept telling us, like there was nothing here. There's way more here than what I thought. And so the other options, if you want to stay somewhere else, there's Lazy Beach, which is really quiet. There's a resort just over there, which is called Pearl Resort, and they've pretty much got their own private beach. If that's what you're into, that'd be a good option as well. And then there's Empire Bay, M''Pi, P-A-I, which is like this one over here, I believe. But like, just look at the water here. It's absolutely incredible. It's crystal clear blue. It's not crazy busy, but there's like a little bit going on. There's like a bunch of tours that leave from here. You can go snorkeling. You can go on speedboat tours. You can walk to the other side of the island if that's what you want to do. Or you can just do what we have been doing and just enjoying the water and swimming and relaxing here. And then eating really, really good food. And everything's really cheap. Like, I thought on an island like this, they would jack the prices up like they usually do. Not the case. Food's been pretty much the same price we've gotten in other cities. Drinks the same. Everything's been the same. Where's cashew nut curry been this whole
I don't know.
last 2 months?
Unreal. So we're at a place called Sweet Time. It's not as busy as the other places, but if you come here, order the cashew nut curry, a little bit spicy. This is one of the better meals that we've had since we've been here, but we haven't had a bad meal since we've been here. Have we? No. The food's been so good.
We kind of fall into a trap where we do this wherever we go. Is we go to one place and it's really good, and we just keep going back there.
Yeah.
So we've got to force ourselves to try somewhere new. So we've been to 3 places.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've all been good.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is pretty much Saracen Bay beach. It's quite a long beach. It's probably, I would say, I don't know, 3 kilometers, 4, 5 kilometers, I don't know. But the actual stretch where all of the like restaurants and the mini mart is probably only like a couple 100 meters long. So where we're staying is just down the beach there. It's about a 10-minute walk. We've been eating at this restaurant here pretty much every day or every night because it's just a really good vibe. It's really chill, really comfy. There's a lot of area for Mandy, for Lila to run around, and they accept card. A few places do accept card. There's one thing I read before I came here that you needed cash everywhere. It's not everywhere. You go to certain spots, they will take card. And as you can see, it's about 5:30, nearly sunset, and people are out and about. But it's not too crazy. Like, it's just people chilling, playing volleyball, A lot of kids running around. I think a lot of people probably just getting back from their tours and stuff. Honest opinion, if I was to come here again, and if I were you, these are the 3 places I would stay. If I just wanted a nice, not too expensive, but a nice accommodation, I'd probably do Sarah Resort, where we've been eating. It's not too expensive, but it's quite nice. They've got a nice pool and everything. The restaurant's really good, and it's right in the middle here. If I was a backpacker in my 20s or whatever, single, maybe a couple, I wanted something cheaper and more of a sort of younger vibe, I would stay at Wonders, which looks like a really cool hotel. That's where we've been eating dinner every night. If I wanted to spend a little bit extra and have like a little bit more of a luxurious experience, I would stay at La Passion. And they're all right next to each other. There's La Passion, there's Wonders, and there's Sarah right there. And what I like about it here is you pretty much don't need to leave this couple 100-meter stretch if you're staying here, which just makes it so easy to relax. Like, you can come down the beach, you can go back to your room, you can go for a swim, you can get something to eat, you can try the different places to eat and drink, and there's barbecue at pretty much every restaurant. And like, Lila's been out with us at night. She's just been falling asleep in the lounge chairs. We've been staying out till like 9-10 o'clock, which is pretty odd for us, but I've liked it, and we just carry her home asleep, and it's been great. So that's my little recommendation, and that is just a little bit of a point of view of this beach, which is honestly probably one of our new favorite beaches and places to visit. We will definitely be coming back here.
I'm looking for so much more. Don't leave me here searching. You're just what I'm longing for. When times are getting crazy and everything seems hazy, is there some place for safety I